Grace and peace to you, WPC family. Welcome. This is a special online video. We are introducing to you our new Director of Music Ministries, Anthony Ruggiero. We're so excited that he's here with us. You are going to have a chance later, if you come to our sanctuary service or parking lot service, to hear him share his musical talents with us. But we also want to just let you hear from him. I have a few questions I want to I've asked to him, ask to him, and he's going to give some responses, just so you get to know Anthony a little bit before you first meet him in person. So Anthony, welcome. We're glad you're part of Westminster Presbyterian Church.
It's a pleasure being here.
And we are going to just begin with some questions for you. First one, how would your family and friends describe you?
Well, I think they would say that I'm a pretty friendly guy. I like to make sure that everyone is taken care of. They come to my house for dinner. When I was younger, it was always like, "Oh, Anthony, play something for us." I was like, "No, I do that away from here." And I've always been thankful that they've appreciated the talents that I have. Yeah.
All right, Anthony, what's the first song you remember playing on a piano?
Yeah, jeez, I read that and I went, whoa. The very first one that I remember was the Big Note Parade book for piano beginners, and it was the William Tell Overture. I think I was about 6 years old, and I think I played that in my first recital. But they tell me when I was 4 that I would sit at the piano and play both hands without music, and that got the ball rolling, I guess.
Now, when did you know that playing and performing music was what you wanted to devote your life to doing?
Probably in high school. The head of our drama department, Sister Jude, came to me and said, "Would you play the senior Christmas show?" And I was a freshman, and I'm like, whoa, this is like, back then, don't forget, big time. And I thought, all right. And I went and I auditioned at Dana as a piano major, but I ended up switching majors. And then when I got into theater also, I sang some opera, got into musical theater, and it was no looking back then.
Now, as a musician, what's the best compliment you've ever received?
Yeah. 2 things I would say. One recital, I played Mozart. And someone came up to me after that and said, "I know how difficult it is, but you make it look and sound so easy." And I thought, wow, thank you. That's a great compliment. And the second, I played a production of Jason Robert Brown's Songs for a New World in New York City. It was the first production that he permitted after the debut of the show. It was like 10 years later. And he came up onto the stage. Of course, he was in the audience for one of the shows. He came up on the stage and he bowed to me. And I went, oh, that did it for me. I was good. That was good, yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Now, in terms of music and worship in our church, why is music, at least in your opinion, so important to a worship service?
Well, I think it's a bigger picture than just music. Singing, in general, brings people together. You could have a room full of people talking, and they're all talking about something different. But when we're talking about hymns or responses or what have you, we're all singing the same thing, and it truly is a unified sound. And that is what I really see as the important thing. And hopefully people would be lifted by that. We're doing a community action here.
What is the most exciting part of your job as a church musician?
I think it is the Sunday worship, preparing the choir, preparing any soloists or cantors that we might have, And when it's over with and the responses are smiles and wow, I can't wait to come back and do it again. That's what I like to hear. Yeah.
All right. Now you do have some familiarity with Westminster Presbyterian Church.
I do.
It's some of the reason that you applied for this
Yeah.
position. You know, what was it about this church that attracted you to apply in the first place?
I don't know if there's it's a feeling. It was a spirit feeling. I've always admired this church. Always. I've admired the people whom I've known. I've admired the sanctuary is beautiful, to say the least. The altar is incredible. And I always thought, wow, what a nice place. And I've known some of the music directors in the past. And I always thought, wow, what a nice place that would be to help out as maybe a music director or whatever. And so there's always been this unspoken draw of the church to me, really. And I've been always like, it's been in the back of my mind. So when I heard that she, had resigned and was moving on, I thought, okay, maybe this is the time, maybe not. I didn't know. I couldn't tell. It feels like the time.
Excellent. It does feel like the time. We're excited that you're here.
Thanks.
Now, two more
Sure.
questions to wrap
Sure.
things up. You said that New York City is your second home.
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
tell us why?
Oh, wow. I mean, if you want the world in, a 7-mile stretch by 2 miles, it's there. I've worked there. I just wanted to see what it would be like to try to make it in the biggest pond in the world. And I didn't know anyone when I went there, but I had vacation there. I mean, it was generally either the New York Philharmonic or the opera or theater, of course, musical theater. And I would just get on a train or a plane and I'd call my dad. I remember when he was living, I said, Dad, I'm in New York City. Oh, okay, fine. And so it just built, and I had the opportunity to work there, and I thought, I can't pass this up. So it feels like a second home to me. I'm glad I'm where I'm at now, but as a second home, man, I could do that. Yeah.
All right, now, so we'll wrap it up with this
Sure.
question. Who has better pizza, Youngstown or New York City?
Has to be Youngstown.
Good answer. Well, Anthony, thank you so much for taking this time.
My pleasure.
I hope you listening are able to just get a glimpse into who Anthony is as a person. But we know as you get to hear him perform and lead our choirs and help with our music, you're going to be blessed to know that he's a part of our church. So again, thank you, Anthony, for coming to be a part of our church. We're so excited for what
Wow.
God has in store for us.
Thank
together.
you. I'm very excited too. Thanks.